1.
Welcome to the Marne Report.
Well, hey, Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield, Molly here with your latest edition of the Marne Report. And today I am joined by our friends from the Directorate of Emergency Services. We've got Lieutenant Colonel Craig John Caterino, who is the DES commander, and we have the DES Sergeant Major, Master Sergeant Nicole Brannon here. Thank you so much, both of you, for being on the show with me.
Thank you for having us, Molly.
Thank you.
So I've got some questions because it seems like you guys have lots of updates. We've got some new holiday gate hours. We've got some very interesting things happening for the families that have children that attend Diamond Elementary School with their commute each morning. And then I think you guys also have some POV parking guidelines that are updated, correct?
That is correct.
Cool. So let's just get started. Tell me a little bit about the holiday gate hours.
So the holiday gate hours started on the 13th of December when the division went to white cycle. Understanding it's not half-day schedules yet, but the division had published a white cycle calendar. And because we are an organization that has limited resources and trying to do the most for the community to safely secure the community, we had to reduce hours like we did last year.
Sure.
Mainly on our auxiliary gates, the gates that are not 24 hours. Gates 2, 3, 7, and 8 here, and then also at Wilson Gate over at Hunter Army Airfield.
Okay.
And with that, just like last year, we've limited some of the hours back about 3 hours.
Okay.
And that kind of allows us to save manpower and give our wonderful Department of the Army security guards who protect us daily at our gates, our front lines of defense, the ability to spend some well-deserved time off with their families during the holiday season as well.
Sure. When do gates go back to their normal hours of operation?
Yep, gates will go back to normal hours of operation on the 3rd of January. When the division comes out of the holiday schedule, 3 January, all gates will go back to normal hours.
Awesome. So, you guys, if you have any questions about what gates are open versus which ones are closed and the hours of operation, you can always visit the gates portion of the Digital Garrison app, or you can visit our website at home.army.mil/Stewart. And then also on the DES Facebook page, I know you guys have all of that helpful information there for everyone as well, right?
That is correct. And we also ask for, we always love following the comments on Facebook to kind of help us with gate hours, right? Again, we know that some of the gates are open until 2100. We're looking at, again, not saying cost savings, but other abilities to use manpower elsewhere.
Sure.
And understanding why we want gates. It is a convenience problem. Here at Fort Stewart, I hate to say it, all gates can be reached within a 15-minute drive, being able to kind of give us that feedback from what they see so we can change hours. We did hear some feedback on Gate 7, Gate 2, and Gate 4 Charlie, which led us to kind of relook at what resources we had, and we were able to kind of make a last-minute change to kind of keep those open a little bit longer during the season.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Gate 2 is my favorite gate.
Yeah.
I think it's like the best kept secret of Fort Stewart, Gate 2. Well, now my secret's out. I just told everybody.
Yeah. And they can also, when they come through Gate 2, realize that most of the time it is manned by the MPs who run that gate.
Yep,
so
who are
when you come through, say
awesome.
thank you. Yes.
Yep, they're awesome. Yes, I get a guy every so often that tells really good dad jokes.
No.
So
Yeah,
they're always making us smile. All right, so now let's move on to probably the hottest topic that we've got going on, the Diamond Elementary commute. Things are changing a little bit after the first of the year when the kids get back to school from the holiday break. Can you guys tell me a little bit about that?
Really, I have a student at Diamond Elementary as well, so I got the frontline reports of the commute time that has gone from 4 minutes to about 26 minutes. Because of some other factors, right? The division has changed their PT hours, and then also Diamond Elementary has changed kind of the drop-off time and added a perfect storm right there on Hero Road to where we realized there's only a 1-lane road to go back to the housing area. And so hearing some comments, we had some traffic control points out there. They were not as consistent as we'd like them to be because, again, tied to manpower, but also that was tied towards calls for service, whether there was incidents on the installation that they needed an MP to respond to, traffic accidents, speeding, other reports that would have to have an active MP out there, and we weren't able to put a traffic control point in there. So what we did was realizing kind of, hey, there's a traffic circle further down the road, a less than 2-minute drive, and kind of using one of those European models that no left-hand turns do take up more time, right? And it prevents traffic from flowing. Is now we worked with Diamond, and we proposed that there would be no left-hand turns into and out of Diamond Elementary between 07:20 and 08:20 in the morning. We do ask all parents and people driving towards the housing area to hit the traffic circle. Please do not drop into another housing area and try to do a 75-point turn in somebody else's driveway. It doesn't save any time. Just keep the traffic flowing, hit the traffic circle. It's about a 2 to 3 minute extra commute opposed to stopping and going, and it keeps the traffic flow going. On the way out of Diamond Elementary, a lot of people are nervous because you're going right and they don't know, where do I go?
Yeah.
I got to drive through the Land Dominance Center. Literally, if you make a left on Co, make a left on French, it will take you right back to Austin and Hero Traffic Circle,
Okay.
passing Murray Elementary, and you can keep the flow of traffic going. There's literally one stoplight, one stop sign, and you're back to Austin Traffic Circle. So please, again, don't try and pull into IHG's parking lot, do a 75-point turn, and then try and circle back. We're not advising anybody of bad routes. We drove the routes. We're part of the community. We live in the community. And this is just one of the other ways we can try, short of building a road overnight or building a traffic circle, trying to use the terrain to our advantage.
Okay. All right. It sounds like a pretty solid plan.
And there are times where we're allowing the school buses to turn left. Just understand that that's not for the privately owned vehicles. That's just for the school buses. So if we could just listen to the patrols out there doing the traffic control point and understanding that the buses will be allowed to make those turns, we'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. And just for the safety of everyone, if everybody can just follow the rules, follow the flow of traffic, and just take your time, I think it'll probably work out for the betterment of everybody's morning commute.
That's correct.
We've seen really, really good progress out there, and everything is moving pretty smooth.
Good. So has this already started?
Yeah, we did our proof of principle starting on Tuesday. We're going to run through the rest of this week. Once it comes back, when school comes back in January, this will be the full-fledged piece. This was for us to kind of work some kinks out, understanding some people might have already gone on holiday leave with their families. A little bit lower audience to kind of identify where we want to put some signage and work our TCP routes with the buses and everything else to make sure we're not causing other delays or shifting the problem somewhere else on the installation.
Yeah, sure.
With
So
the traffic flow.
practice makes perfect, right?
That's correct.
All right. Okay, and then the very last thing that I'd like to talk to you guys about, you have some new parking guidelines for larger vehicles and other, POVs, boats, things of that nature in the housing areas, correct?
It is in the housing areas based off your BBC bylaws as you sign in for being a resident in the community. What we did not have was an overarching policy letter for the installation for PX parking lot, for barracks parking lots, for common parking lots across the installation, to where we're starting to see overflow parking lots in the BBC area, where we're starting to see people be realizing, hey, I might not have to take my trailer or my boat to the storage area. I could just park it here in the barracks parking lot with my RV, all right, or my disabled vehicle that's not properly registered. So we worked with Garrison to kind of publish policy letter number 25, which now makes it illegal to store your vehicle, RV, boat, a motorcycle trailer, over 96 hours in a common area parking lot.
Okay.
So you can park on your driveway. Obviously, that's what the BBC rules. But for the other portion, park in the common area parking lots above the 96 hours, we can now ticket and then tow off the installation for violation of the policy.
Okay.
Before, we were only able to tow vehicles that were not properly registered, and they could be parked in a legal parking spot on this installation. But because of the valid insurance, valid registration, although it was abandoned, we still could not tow it without this overarching policy.
Okay. And for those of you out there who might be nervous about what are you going to do with your POV, just a heads up that the Low Country Adventure Centers on Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield through MWR, they do have POV storage options for you guys to rent a space out there. If you want more information about that, Stewart-Hunter.ArmyMWR.com under their recreation tab will have all of that information. So we're not looking for you guys to get rid of your vehicles, but no, you do have a vehicle storage option that's very close to home.
And then also for the Auto Skills Craft Center that just recently reopened, right? We have a lot of soldiers that love to work on their cars, that live in the barracks. That is not, the barracks parking lot is not the proper area to do the maintenance. We asked them to kind of go to the wonderful Auto Skills Craft Center that just recently reopened and utilize all their services out there.
Awesome. Well, this is great information, you guys. Thanks for stopping in.
Well, thanks for having us, and we always enjoy protecting the Rock of the Marne.
Well, great. Anything else you want to add before we go?
I think we're good, Master.
No,
I think we're good.
Great.
Have a great weekend, and have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, and just so you guys know, we are taking a little bit of a holiday break from the Marne Report. We will be back after the first of the year, so we hope that you all have a very Merry Christmas, happy, safe holiday season, and we will see you in 2022. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's that time of year again, the season of giving. But are you stressed about finding the time to holiday shop? Never fear, the Fort Stewart-Hunter Army Airfield Exchange has you covered. Remember, DoD civilians can now shop at the exchange. Why not take your lunch break to browse the many holiday gifts they have to find that special something for your special people? No time to go in person? The digital Garrison app is there for you 24/7. DoD civilians can now shop AAFES online via the app. With so many choices available to you, you're bound to find the right gifts for everyone's wish lists. Happy holidays!